What up, pressure wash help? King of pressure washing, Jason Geiman here, and I want to hit on starting a pressure washing business, and I also want to hit on the pressure washing blues. And what do I mean by the blues is burnout, and how can things that we can deal with burnout, some things that we need to do to keep us from getting burnout. So the reason why I'm going to start off here in the beginning is I got somebody that's on my Voxer program sent me a message, and he did his first house, and it was a struggle for him. It was not easy, and I want you to remember that. In one of his things here, he's like, "There's no way that you can do it by yourself and be good and all of that." And it does take time. It does take process. It's not as easy. It's not real easy at the end of the day. And even from starting your business, doing your marketing, doing all that stuff can be hard. And, I know I preach on this a lot of times of, getting into our routine for our marketing, getting into our routine for our house wash job, get into a way of keeping things the same every time we go to a job. So that way it will help you start and grow and be successful. Because if we don't get things of patterns and different things, it's going to be hard. It's going to be different and stuff like that. So before we get started, we got Pink Robin in the house. We got Kyle. Good evening, Jason. We got Charles from Wild Wild West. Hey, fam. Hey, Pink. Jan, big marketing meetups, ad campaigns, getting ready for now and next year. We got Zerny. How's it going? You can't build anything overnight. It takes time. Miss Hoover. Hey, guys. So the reason why I'm hitting on this is, like I say, I got a message, and he sent me this big, long lesson. Jason, did I get your email? Yes, I did, and I haven't had time. I've been working on some websites and stuff like that. So that is what I've been working on. We got Michael Clackner. It can be hard without pressure washing help, going after it every day. And so this is some things that I want to hit on of why it's important that we sit down and we make sure that we have a plan to go through to get stuff done. And a lot of times this is why I put stuff in the Facebook group of, tell me your goals this week. Because a lot of times we don't set goals, and we just go wandering around thinking that this stuff is going to get done, and it's not going to get done that easy. And sometimes there's stuff that's not easy to get this stuff done. So let's start in the beginning of, and this is something else I want to hit on too, is first off, get in a system. That's why I do the 26 steps to the perfect house wash. So that way, every time we do the steps, it gets easier. Now, when we're first starting out, I understand it's going to be hard to follow the 26 steps because you don't know what they are. And a lot of times you skip steps thinking that's going to make you faster. You do things that is going to, it's going to take you longer. And at the end, I will give you I'll look at that email while I'm on here, Nathan. At the end, you have to make sure that we are following the steps so that way we cover our tail. And yes, when we're first starting out, it's going to be slow. If we're starting out with a 3.54 gallon a minute, it's going to be slower than a 5 gallon a minute, 5.5 gallon a minute. It's going to be way slower than an 8 gallon a minute. And even if you have an 8 gallon a minute when you first start out, you're still going to be slow because you don't know how to do the process correctly. You haven't figured out your groove of making sure that everything's getting clean. You haven't done the things you need to do it. Even if you come to my in-person class, even if you come into my first in-person class and you actually get to touch it and you actually get to do it, it's still going to take time because you got to figure out your process. Yes, I'm going to show you the process and you're going to do the process, but it takes practice and it takes time to figure out that. And so, when I say an hour house wash, that's not somebody that's just starting out. That's not somebody that's probably even been doing it a month or two. This is somebody that's an experienced house washer that's going to get a house done in an hour. if you haven't done it, it's going to take you time because you don't understand the process. A lot of times, what a lot of people slow them down is they keep spraying the soap over, and it's never allowing the chemicals to do the work. And then you have that issue, or you allow the chemicals to dry on the house, and now you just caused another issue. And so just remember, it does take time. It can be done fast. And so that is definitely another thing. Pick somebody and learn from them. I see this all the time. I hear it in my class. Well, this person says this, and this person says this, and this person says this, and this person over here says this, and this person over here does it this way. And I'm all right with checking other people out. Follow a system, though. When you start jumping around trying to do 10 different ways, you're gonna screw up, and that's just a matter of fact. Because you're going to take a little bit of one person and you're going to add a whole lot of another person, and there's going to be things that you missed that are in between, and now you're going to cause issues. So figure out how to do it from one person and stick with it and learn from that person. You can always get better later, but when we're learning and we're trying to pick a little bit from here, and this person says this, and this person says this, and this person over here has this amazing video about oxidation and how easy it is, I'm going to tell you, I can give you 10 people that oxidation removal, they stay the hell away from it. Why? Yes, there's a video out there that makes it look real easy. And there's people that have been bit in their butt by it, of stripping paint, and now paint's gone. All kinds of different things, And so just remember, when you're watching these little videos from everybody, just be careful while you're doing it. There's a reason why I tell people that I don't worry about oxidation removal. Why? Yes, there's an amazing video out there. Ray did an amazing video out there about it. But I can give you 10 other ones that they won't touch it. Nick Sick gave me a call when he was in the middle of one, and it took him 10 hours of brushing it, hand brushing, for a $400 or $500 job. It's not worth that. It's not worth $1,000 job at that point. He had to hire other people in to get it done. And so just remember that just because you see people do something on a video don't always mean that's the best way to do it. I'll give you another instance. I have videos out there of how to put Christmas lights around garage doors and around windows. You know how many of those I sold to customers? One. I sold one of it. Out of all the Christmas light customers, we only did windows one time because we found out that's not profitable. And then learning what is profitable for your business, learning what is not profitable. So here's another thing that I seen. This is another thing that I'm going to hit on. So a CRM is a customer relationship management. And this is important because it's not about just putting the customers in there. It's about knowing our numbers. And if you don't know your numbers, how do you know how to grow? How do you know what to put? How do you know what's the most profitable for you? How do you know what's not the most profitable? So I like trolling the groups because it's fun. And one of the groups was talking about inflation. How much do I need to raise my prices this year so that I can be profitable? Well, just to raise your prices to keep up with it isn't going to make you profitable. It's just going to keep you covering your costs. So some people are like 10%. Well, gas and meat and everything else has went up 15 to 20%. So we're going to have to raise our prices high enough so that way we can be profitable at the end of the day. When I talk about being profitable, I don't mean that we went home with $50 in our pocket. That's just how much it cost you to work there that day. I'm talking how much that it costs you to cover the materials, how much did you pay yourself, and then how much on top of that is profit at the end of the day in paying your employees, because eventually you're going to have to move yourself out of that spot so you can put a technician in there, and then that way we can keep growing our business. So once we start making money and once we get growing and our pressure washing businesses are growing and people like, Greg Townsend growing up, probably done over $100,000 already, and there comes a point that You get tired. You get tired of getting burnt out. You get burnt out. You get tired of doing the same thing of pressure washing. And yes, pressure washing is not bad, but all the stresses that come with it. You have to worry about doing marketing and keeping customers and getting paid, and all those things add up. And so when they add up, then that's what we get burned out on. We get burned out on doing it. And so some things that I would recommend to help with burnout is try not to work 6-7 days a week. Take 1 to 2 days off a week. And if you tell me you can't afford to, then you need to raise your prices. That's just a guarantee. You need to raise your prices. If you think you got to work 6 to 7 days a week to keep you running, then you need to raise your prices. You're too cheap. You need to raise your prices. And if you're booking out too far, if you're booking 2-3 weeks out, raise your prices. You never will hear me not to tell you to raise your prices. Because I know a lot of times people fear that they're too cheap. Nobody would pay that much, none of that kind of stuff. And so we have to raise our prices so that we can keep growing our business. We can keep doing the things we need to do. And so I was in another group talking about the pricing and stuff like that. And one of the guys on there was like, you know what? I raised my prices 40%. 40%. My close rate's at 38%. I'm more profitable than I was ever at when I was 40% cheaper. So, and he's making more money and being able to keep growing his business and doing the things that you need to do. Because you got to remember, employees are hard to come by today. If you're going to grow your business and put, another truck out on the road and keep growing and doing the things, it's going to be hard to do it at the end of the day. It's not easy. You'll never hear me tell you that it's easy to start and grow a pressure washing business. I would love to tell you that, but I would be lying to you. It takes hard work. It takes you taking action. If you're not willing to take action, it's not going to grow on its own. It's going to take action. You're going to have to do things to make sure that you are growing your pressure washing business. And so when we start growing the business and we get year 2, year 3 in, and we start getting the wares of all this stuff on, and we trying to be the mean and lean and only be one person, one man band, it gets old after a while. In fact, I would say there's not a whole lot of businesses that I know that's a one-man band that's been in business for a long time. There's a few. I'll give you there's some. But it gets old after a while. And so that's where you get employees and you put people on the trucks and you start growing your business and you start doing those things so that you can start setting yourself apart and start being able to put more money in marketing and put more people on the trucks and stuff like that. Because that will also help with burnout. When we're on the truck all the time and we're trying to do the grind and getting customers and that, it's hard. And so the other thing I would say is take some time off. Take a week off. Take 2 weeks off. Make it in a month that, hey, I'm going to take this week off and I'm going to not worry about business. But for you to do this, you got to be profitable. You can't be the $99 guy and think that you're profitable. You can't be the $199 guy and think that you're being profitable, because right now, $200 an hour is not going to get you. You need to be at $250, $300 an hour for you to be able to stay in business at this point. Bleach is going up, gas is going up, engines are going up. You can't find motors and stuff, pressure washers. And so everything is going up. So you're going to have to keep raising your prices so that you can be successful. Because at the end, if you're only going to make $20 an hour, you can go to anywhere out there and make $20 an hour. Anywhere. I'll pay you $20 an hour just about. So, because everybody is hurting for workers. And if you show up and you're a good worker, you're going to make $20 an hour. That's just the way it is. But just don't give up. That's the biggest thing. If you don't give up, you can definitely grow your business. All right. That's all I got tonight. I'm going to jump on these questions. If anybody's got any questions, ask your questions down below here. Definitely, I'll get to them one time or another here. I'm actually going to look up Nathan sent me a picture, something here for a quote, and I'm going to look at it real quick, and I will give it here. I hope I can give you some advice. I hope I can get some advice from you. I'll attach a picture of a vinyl fence. I have the quote. I've done a small section for previous owner. The new owner wants the rest done. I'm estimating 25 hours to clean one side of the fence, about 5 to 8 hours of that of scraping leachings. The scraping isn't the hard, just one pass with a dry knife, but those are a lot of issues is water. I found a fire hydrant at the other side of the road. What I could tap into it, but not sure how. Let me look at this picture here. That's a big freaking fence. So if you think I'm going to go back to the hourly rate. If you think it's going to take you 30, 35 hours, I would bid it at $300 an hour. That's 3 days. That's where I would be at if it's going to be that much, because you're going to have to haul water. There is nowhere to even get water unless you can get it from that pond, unless any of the barns, or if you can't get it at any of the barns or stuff like that. That would be the other option, is getting it from there. I would shoot. It is going to be expensive and it's time consuming. The only other issue is if you can get it with a hot mix, if you can put a roof mix on it, if that will knock off them leachings a little bit faster. But that's where I would be at, Nathan. It can be hard without pressure wash help after it every day. Had a gutter cleaning job today, got the ladder and virtually nothing in them. Easiest 200 I ever made. Took 10 minutes. And I've, a lot of times you'll go up, and that's why I always tell people to put them at the gutter, at the downspouts. There might be a ball up there. There might be whatever up there. And checking them, making sure that they're clean. So, hey, y'all, I need y'all's motivation. Hit me. Get moving. Take action. Fatigue sets in when one-man shows. Yes, it does, and can be hard. It's tough being a solo entrepreneur. I have to pause so many times to answer the phone, work all day, quote all night, but I got to answer the phone. That is 100% true. You got to, and I know it's hard sometimes. And that's, and a lot of people think that you got to hire a technician. If you can hire a stay-at-home mom or somebody like that can answer the phone for a couple hours a day while you're out, that can definitely help you out in the end. You can pay them, you pay a stay-at-home mom, $10 to $15 an hour, and they're happy at that point. And, hey, answer the phone, do that kind of things. And yes, you have to get it to ring to make that have that issue. And this is going back to marketing. Jacob put, you have to get if it rings. This is why we do marketing. This is why in my 26 steps to the perfect house wash, that over half of them are about marketing, because we have to do marketing. It's a process. It's a thing that we have to do over and over and over. We have to do marketing Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday, if we want to do it then, of doing marketing. Whether we're posting, we're going live, we're posting on LinkedIn, we're posting on Facebook, we're posting in the groups, we're networking, we're going to networking groups, we're doing yard signs, we're doing the systems, because when you have a system and you do one or two things of all those things that I just said, and you can do one or two things really good, usually you can keep your phone ringing, that you don't have to keep it going. Now, what that means is we got to keep those things going, so that way we can keep the phone ringing, so that way we keep the momentum going. This week I'm working with a goal oriented that is further than goal by end of year 100,000. I'm looking at my goals, my lifestyle, retirement, and other life plans that demand certain profits. And this is another thing I want to hit on. A lot of people don't hit on this a lot. Retirement. People not thinking about retirement. Yes, and actually I was talking to my wife about this while we were on our trip. A lot of guys just think I'm a pressure washer. You're way more than just a pressure washer. Don't think of yourself as just a pressure washer. I'm just a pressure washer. you're way more than a pressure washer. You are a business owner that can make 6 and 7 figures. There's a lot of people out there that can't make 6 figures doing through 4 or 5 years, 6, 7, 8 years of college and still ain't making in 6 figures. So don't think of yourself as just a pressure washer. And I know that's hard for a lot of people and mentalities, especially the people that, might have only been doing $20 an hour job before. You have that technician mindset. You are way more than just a pressure washer. You are a business owner. And whether you're a business owner of a small business or a big business, there's a lot of things that go involved being a business owner. It ain't just about spraying water. In fact, I would say spraying water is 10% of the job. It's about doing marketing, answering your phone, doing sales, doing all the things that you got to do to run a business. And if you run it successfully, you can make really good money at the end of the day. You can make 6 figures. You can do $200,000-$300,000. And the beautiful thing about pressure washing is there's not a lot of cost in it. You can put, if you're running mean and lean and by yourself, you can put 70% in your pocket. Now, you obviously don't want to put too much in your pocket because then the government's going to take it. So you got to make sure that you know how to do it right and run it through your business. But that's some things that you got to do and keep it going. So far every day, I've only missed 1 phone call. Who was it? Somebody was telling me somebody was saying, I can't get to my phone. And your phone's the most important part. If your phone is ringing, that's the most important part. You've already getting the money from the house you're doing. You got to get the next job and the next job. So you got to make sure you keep going. Getting to the business late this year, so I'm trying to get gutter cleaning jobs right now, but I can't wait to get into Christmas lights next year. And that's another thing. You can start this year. Start learning Christmas lights this year. Put up a couple so next year you'll be better. Also, if you put up a couple this year, you will be able to get the pictures, start your Google My Business now, start trying to get some 5-star reviews now. So next year, it will take off and be ready to go. Yep, oxidation is stupid. I did my last job today. We'll be closing for the season. Yeah, it's supposed to be 32 on Monday here. Cold. 7 Clean, Indiana. Oxidation with Cleanse All BC does not come off so easy. I have attached shutters after watching the video and didn't see the results. Yep. Profit first. I have noticed pricing with fuel going up so much. I went up $10 to $30 because of fuel per service because I saw that increase every week at the pump. If not perfect, but move forward. We'll keep going up. Hello, Jason. Did my final one yesterday. Yeah, it's getting cold out there. Especially if you don't have a place to store it. You need to make sure that you are winterizing everything so that way it don't freeze. The last thing you want to do is have a frozen pump or a frozen hose, frozen swivels, frozen reels. I'm in my 2nd year and I want to get off the truck because I know I can spend my time getting more business. That's knowing that there's different payments for each job. So you can put a guy on the truck for $20 an hour and that's a $20 an hour task. You want to work on the $100,000 and $1,000 an hour task. Also, I got an argument with somebody too today about you can't pay that in my location. That you can't make money here, that kind of money. That is the stupidest thing I ever hear. I used to hear it from somebody that I still mentor, and he would always tell me, you can't make money down here in Florida. Well, he's the one going to do $200,000 this year. So just remember, you can make money wherever there is. So If you are saying you can't make money, you're making excuses is what you're doing. And what this was over was I can't find no employees. I'm looking for somebody for $15 an hour. Well, no, you're not going to find no employees for $15 an hour. It's going to be hard. I'm not going to say you can't, but it's going to be hard. And especially if you're paying cash, then it's not as hard because you could get some drug buddies or whatever else that way. But if you're going to pay legit, it's going to be hard to get that. Yeah, but it's awesome to realize you started in the first place and realize how far you got to instead of not having started at all. And a lot of this is just take action. Just do it. Take action. It ain't got to be perfect. A lot of people be like, it's got to be perfect before I can post. It's got to be perfect. It ain't got to be perfect. Just do it. All facts. Hey guys, what's the word? The word is Christmas lights. I know it is for you, H2 Improvement. That's what I'm thinking. That's one side. They want both sides, $15,000 for both sides. I'm nervous about submitting. Here's the thing. All they can tell you is no. I'm nervous about submitting a price that high. I've never made more than $4,000 on one job. So I guess it is my mindset. 100%. Go. Come on, man. You listen to Grant Cardone. I know you do. 10X that bad boy. Don't be afraid of it. Own it. Quoted a $550 clean and leaf removal. Customer didn't even blink an eye. Nope, they don't. I'm really thinking about hiring a phone person or get a Jill. Yep. They've went up a little bit, but it is what it is. What would you use on a dirty chimney with sewage stains on it? I would probably use SH because that'll get a lot of it a lot of times. And then sometimes you might have to hit it with like a degreaser. EBC or just a degreaser. I have a ton of yard signs everywhere. I listen to Jason. Haha. The only other thing I have is a Facebook page. Have you ever thought about smoking in half a joint and shutting up and relaxing? No. Never smoked dope in my life. Never done a drug in my life. Nathan, you got this. Yes, it's your mindset. Late again. I'm going to fire you. I'm in Texas. I know your weather isn't as cold as some. Can anyone tell me when does pressure washing season end for us Texas boys? I'm all set up to start, just not want to waste money on signs of people. Yeah, it depends on probably what part of Texas you're in. Wrap the tree tonight. Have 2 installs this weekend. Awesome. Just got done catching up on the outgoing estimates and scheduling for the day. We are in high gear. That's another thing I was going to hit because since Jason said this, I was talking to Jason and we talking about this year from last year. So last year, Jason was just trying to get $1,000 days. That was his dream last year. And now he's hitting $2,000 and $3,000, $2,000 and $2,500 days. And when you start focusing on the better clients and you start looking for the better clients and you start marketing toward the better clients and you start getting away from the non-better clients, you can go. It works for you, and you start raising your prices and you get the better clients. By raising your prices, a lot of times you're going to get rid of the bad clients. Most of the time, the people that are the biggest pain in the butt was the $200 and $300 customers. Those are the customers that you're ready to kick in the face because they're going to nitpick you to death. And so those are some things that when you raise your prices, you get better customers and you can keep moving up. Hey, Jason, 6'5", Fort Worth, and still going strong. Big time is here. How you doing, George? Don't lie to these people. The dream of having a successful business is free. The hustle and grit is sold separately. That is true. You have to be, you have to be, you have to be able to be consistent, prolific, and relentless. If you're not those three, it's going to be hard to grow a business. And consistency is probably one of the hardest one of the three. Because consistency is you're doing it every week. You're doing it every day. You're doing it every day. You are doing it every week over and over and over. And you're doing marketing, and not just pressure washing. You're doing marketing consistently. You're finding one or two of those things that I said in the beginning, and you are consistently doing it over and over and over. And when you don't want to do it, you're doing it. And you do it. And you do it consistently. I do this here on Thursday and Sunday night, and I've been doing it for 2 years, and I've probably missed 5 out of the Thursday and Sundays. That's pretty damn consistent to me. So you got to do the same thing in your business. Whether you're doing Facebook, whether you're doing yard signs, whether you're doing whatever you're doing, you have to be consistently marketing your business. First season going with Christmas lights, going awesome. When does demand usually slow down? It's just getting ready to be started, just so you know. This week and next week, your phone will blow up. If you've put out signs, you've done marketing, your phone will blow up these next 2 weeks. At what temperature SH comes effective? About it starts getting less and less at starting at 70, 60 to 70. But you hit around that 30 and 40, it starts getting pretty weak at that point. Also, I've heard Jason say once it hits below 60, SH won't be as effective. I'm downstreaming. What would I do? You would be fine with downstreaming straight SH all the way down to about 40 degrees. Hustle and grind sold separately. I love that. Here's the thing. I can give you all the tools. I can tell you how to do it. You can listen to everybody out here on YouTube land, all the YouTube gurus. And if you don't have the hustle, it's going to be hard for you to be successful at the end of the day. Trying to add a new trailer and get 2 employees for January, sending out. A lot also has to do with just prioritizing personal spending too. As business owners, deciding what to deal with profit also needs to be responsible, mature decision to be successful and faithful. Got a 275 gutter clean out. It's getting cold. I'm doing gutters in Northeast Ohio sucks. Yes, it does. Get you some warm gloves or lots of gloves. Thanks, Jason. Looking to add a trailer, 2 employees. I already hit that. Doors. I smoke a blunt every time I do a wash here in Cali. Did my first pressure washing job 2 weeks ago. $855, 3 hours. I was blown away. They accepted my estimate. Just remember, Billy, that you are not your customer. You are not your customer. Just say that out loud. I am not my customer. And you might have to say it again. I am not my customer. And you might have to say it over 100 times because sometimes some people, it's harder for it to sink in. People will pay at the end of the day. They will pay for services. It's not about what they're paying for. It's not about that they're paying the house to clean. They're paying for time. They're paying that it's getting done. They're paying because the husband don't want to do it. And it's been on the to-do list for 2 months and the wife finally gets mad and just pays and gets it done. It's about time. The husband don't have time, so the wife's going to make it done. What size signs are you running for gutter cleaning? I would run the 18 by 24. Remove all debris and dispose, clean out downspouts, flush with fresh water. And that's the thing. That's a package. You can package deal that bad boy. You know, removing all the debris and dispose is 1. Cleaning out the downspouts and flush is 2. Flushing it with water is 3. Now you just turn that $385 package into a $500 package. And when they pay that, you really blows your mind. There are plenty of other things to do with profit of a business. You can put profits into real estate investments and further those profits. Keep plugging into what works. Closing down for the season sucks. Already planning for next season. Sounds like the Art Williams speech. Love it. Jason, can you explain how to use a fire hose? You will have to go and get a meter for it, depending on where it is. You usually get them from the water company. And then what you'll want to do is you'll need a hydrant wrench. And depending on what type of hydrant it is, it'll either be a square head or it'll be like a 5-sided one. And it'll look like a little house. And what you'll have to do is what you want to do first is take the cap off, tighten the other 2 caps because they actually loosen. They don't put none of them on tight, so you'll actually tighten up the other 2 caps, and then you will turn the hydrant on and flush it because there's a lot of crap in there, a lot of garbage. Then you'll turn the hydrant off. Then you'll have to get a 2.5 to a 3/4 inch garden hose. Sometimes wherever you rent that hydrant meter will actually have that for you. If you are in certain areas, we call them dolly plugs. It'll be the 2 5-inch plugs, so the 2 bigger ones. So if you got to do that, you'll tighten one, loosen the other one, and then you'll need to go from 5-inch down to 3/4. So if they don't have it, it can kind of get. I think the one I did up in Indiana, it cost me almost $200 for that connection to go from a 5-inch down to a 3/4 inch garden hose. Once you get this hooked up, you hook your garden hose to it, and then what you'll do is you got to turn that fire hydrant all the way on. Don't just turn it, barely crack it, because what happens is there's a valve in the bottom that when we turn that hydrant all the way on, it shuts it off. Otherwise, there's a drain that drains that thing, and then it'll erode out the ground. So that's why we got to turn that hydrant all the way on. So the hydrant's either all the way on or all the way off. And that's what we'll do. If you're going to use a fire hose, you can just screw it on, but you're still going to get from a 2.5 down to an inch or 3/4 inch garden hose. That was a lot of words. Things are about wrapped up, I feel. Gutter cleaning is slow, hoping snowfall this season produces money for a new trailer and a truck wrap. Hit the thumbs up. Hey, I do mobile cleaning detail, but run past a lot of people won't want their house cleaned. What type of price should I put out there? Depending on the size, I'd start out at $300 and go up from there. A $300 house is a 1,000 square foot, and then go up from there. You can do like 30 cents a square foot for the house is what some people do. I know some people charge all the way up to 45 cents a square foot per house for the house. Strategic marketing has been a huge for my wash business this year. Is anyone doing windows? Are you doing the insides as well? Most people that do windows, especially on the pressure washing side, are only doing exterior window cleaning. Bought my first pressure washer today. Pressure Pro cold unit. Excited to get started. Awesome. I charge $550 for a chiropractor office surface cleaning with hot water. Took me 3.5 hours. Not sure if I should charge more. Sounds like it, unless you're getting it every month or something. The post that you made on Facebook the other day about other people aren't your competition was awesome. You are your only competition. What matters is that you were better than yesterday. That was a good one. I think that's where a lot of people get into the problem of that they worry about their competition, and at the end of the day, there is no competition. You are your competition. That's who you are your competition. At the end of the day, a lot of times people worry about, well, they're not charging that much. Who cares what their cost? You don't know their cost. Maybe they don't know their cost, probably. So just remember that. Hey Jay, good seeing you on a live. Mr. Eric, shout out from the planet Earth. I was talking to you on here a few weeks ago. You suggest meeting up. Oh, I tried to contact you on Facebook. All I could get was a phone number. Would you mind texting me and getting a hold of me? It is in Fayette County. Where would I get the meter? You're going to have to go to Fayette County Water is probably where you're going to have to go. I'll get a 2 or 3 inch hose to dump in the top of my tank to fill quick. You could do that if you just get a piece of hose and stick it in there. But a 2 to 3 inch hose with that hydrant is going to kick your butt if you're not careful. What is the normal charge for drive-through and patio? Roughly about 2,300 square feet combined. 2,300 square feet times 30 cents would be a good start. 30 cents. So whatever that comes out to. How to remove shotgun fungus? Don't. Shotgun fungus are the little black dots on a house. It comes from the ground. It's a fungus that grows in the mulch, and it'll shoot up 20 to 30 feet. And you can usually take your fingernail and scratch the top of it off, and that'll get the top piece off. But the bottom piece underneath of it is almost impossible. Mr. Eraser and scrubbing is the only way that I know that gets it off, and I wouldn't recommend it that. Package makes money. Yes, it does. It makes lots of money. Customers see low, medium, high price. All there's left is customer to choose a package, and most choose middle or high package. Then there's no packages. They go to next quote. It's true, Vicky. Packages. Packages are the best thing to do, whether it's pressure washing, it's gutter cleaning, it's Christmas lights, it's selling anything. Why do you think they package? Why do you think you go to Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Wendy's? Why do you think you get a number one as a package? Why do you think they do that for? Do you think they do that just because that makes it simple? No. Because if you just bought a burger and you didn't buy the drink and fry, then there. Or why do you think they do packages of multiple stuff? So they not only do the package of the fries and drink and that, they also do the package of numbers 1 through 10. Number 9, number 8, number 7, number 6. Why do they do that? So they can get a higher ticket. They can get a higher price. That's why they do it. Packages. I can't preach this enough. If you're not doing packages, you are leaving a crap ton of money on the table. You are literally letting money just sit on the table, and you're walking away from the table and not grabbing that money. And so make sure you are doing packages. You can do packages whether you're doing concrete cleaning. You can do packages if you're doing house washing. You can do packages if you're doing roof cleaning. You can do packages if you're doing gutter cleaning. And you can do packages if you're doing Christmas lights. Packages. Packages are a way to get your average ticket up from $300 to $600, $700, $800, $900 per customer. And I'm not just saying that to be funny. You can get your average ticket from a $300 average ticket to $600, $700, $800 by offering packages. Packages are the best thing you could ever do to be able to raise your average ticket up for your customer. Do you have a minimum to come out and wash? Absolutely. Excuse me. Absolutely do. I would have a 250, 300. My minimum was 270 was our base package. That's how much it cost for us to come out. Now with gutter cleaning, it's a little different, but that was our average house wash ticket. For roof cleaning, our average was $600 because there's a lot of risk involved. The more risk you got, the more the price goes up. I recently cut out pressure washing and my phone number on a yard sign of mine. Going around and washing over it is leaving a stencil with a sample of my service. Thank you. People are always telling me about others in the area and always tell them that they aren't on my level, so I need not to worry. That's right. You know, a lot of people don't, and that's where your 5-star reviews come in place. Hey, we got 125-star reviews. We got a 55-star reviews. How many do they got? So we're way better than they are. Jason, I want to just say thanks for helping us all out. You don't keep info. You don't gatekeep info. You've helped so much. Because of you, got the confidence I need to dive into a new profession. Thank you, buddy. I've said it. I've given pretty much all my information out on a Sunday night or a Saturday on my here. My membership, it just puts it in better spot. It just gives you A, B, C, D, E, F, G right down the road. You know, here's the thing. There is no secrets in this stuff. If people are trying to tell you the secret of, and you got to pay $99 to get the secret, is it really a secret? Is it really that worth that much? Is it really? I mean, I'm just asking a question. Now, here's what I do say. When you're willing to open your wallet to learn, a lot of times you're going to learn a lot more at the end of the day. Now, I'm not saying that to try to push my shit, but I'm just saying when I get stuff for free versus when I pay for stuff, I really open up and I learn. You know, I love going to classes. I do. Because it's not just about learning at that class. It's also about networking with other people, networking with other like-minded people. You know, I seen a post the other day that, you know, you shouldn't hire a coach or that way. Now, I'm not telling you to go hire one. I'm not telling you not to go hire one. But I can show you a lot of people that have hired coaches that have taken their business to the next level because of it. And I can show you a lot of people that have been on the same level because they're too damn tight to open their wallet to try to get to the next level because they think that's stupid. And so, and yes, a lot of times coaches are going to be there to help hold your hand because we're human and we need our hand held and we need somebody to stick their thumb up our tail so we can get moving because we get tired, we get lazy, we get ornery. And that's what a coach does. Look at your kids if they play sports. What's that coach supposed to do? To help teach them and help push them and help be their little cheerleader. That's what the coach is for. Hey, you're doing this wrong. You need to do it this way. And a business coach can do the same thing for you. So now, I give a lot of information for free. In fact, I'd probably say I give everything out that I've ever how to grow a business out on either a Sunday night live, Saturday night, Thursday, or one of my regular videos. Because I want you to be successful. My goal is that you can be successful. And Jason, people of your age are the ones that probably need it the hardest. People in that 30 to 50 year range, maybe 60 year range. That it's more like the 40 to 60 where it really is. That they're tired of their 9 to 5. They want to do something different and they've never done anything except just go to work from 9 to 5 and do the same thing over and over and over and over and never try to do anything different. And you can do it. There's nothing special about anybody out there that puts one person over the other. Now, the one thing that is out there is what Jason put is the grit. In the get-go. You got to go. You got to get the go-go juice going. Do you have a sample package forms? I don't have the actual forms because no, I don't have one. I got some samples of what it should look like. Could you go over a potential Christmas light package? All right. Actually, the best thing I'm going to tell you about that, Tristan, is go to my live from Christmas Light. Go to christmaslighthelp.com/YouTube. In my last live, I broke packages down as far as I can break them down. I go over what you should name them. I go over all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to send you there. So or you can type in Christmas Lights Help on YouTube, and I did a live Monday night by myself in Gatlinburg, and I went over how to name packages, what to name packages, all that kind of stuff. Hands down, biggest complaint for new customer this year was not calling back. People literally laughed into the phone and said, "Wow, that was quick," when I answered. Imagine that. What did Jason say? Answer your phone. It's amazing. It works awesome. Jason is right. Packaging gutter, I have a deluxe and premium. Flushing is extra, and take part downspouts bends to unclog is also extra. I practiced. I learned from another pro. How can I have my yard signs? How can I have my yard signs? You can go to moneybushes.com, and there is my affiliate link. It doesn't cost you anything else. And you can get signs there. They're about $350 for the sign, the stake, the whole 9 yards. This year I was charging 25 cents per square for the house wash and 65 cents for the soffits, not the gutter. I haven't had any gutters yet. What would I charge per foot for cleaning out gutters? It just depends. You know, we were at like $179 for our one story and went up from there. Have you tried hot water on shotgun fungus? Yes, it does not work. Is anyone doing light solo or with a ground guy? It's best to do it with a ground guy, but you can do it solo. I would not recommend it, but you can. My banners are 24 by 48, worth it. What's the easiest way to send me a request for a 5-star review? Like, is there a link that I can send? Yeah, you can do a pretty link, which is like a link that will take it to them. You can actually go to Google and it will give you a short link for it. So you can send it that way. You can text it. You can use Nice Job, pressurewashhelp.com/nice job. You can use Review Us or So Tell Us. You can go to pressurewashhelp.com/ So Tell Us, I think it is. All kinds of different ways. I still need to tune into consistent pricing. Sometimes I get the right one, and sometimes, being the boss, I go lower to get it. Oops, but still I do it because the price bid. How many flyers do I need to put out to find out if they work in an area? About 5,000. And you need to do them 3 times to actually get the right number. I'd rather open my wallet to learn than give it to the government. It's true. Hit the like button if you're getting value. Hey, what would you charge to do the sidewalk around Wendy's? I would figure out how many square foot it is, and I would charge 35 cents a square foot, and I'd have a minimum of $300 to $300. When should I get insurance? They asked me when I had done a house, but I just started. As soon as possible would be the right answer for that. Thank you. Heading out. Thanks for the super chat. It sucks doing Christmas lights solo. The biggest thing if you're going to do Christmas lights solo is make sure that you bulb and clip the night before or the day before and have all that stuff ready. So that way it's just bam, bam, bam and get it done. Is a downstream injector in an X-Jet the same? No. Can I put a downstream injector at the end of my gun and use it as an X-Jet? No. You probably could, but it's not going to pull much. It ain't going to pull it anymore. A downstream injector, I don't have either one of them up here. Packages. You get it all. No packages. You wash the house and someone else washed the driveway, deck, gutters. B customer didn't know you do other services. That is true. Very true. I made $5,000 in 1 week pressure washing. It's just about your hustle and if you really want it. Yep. Mr. Durbin, how you doing? Would you agree HOA and commercial pricing is much lower? I'm in Florida, priced 8,000 square feet of sidewalk for $1,000. In your opinion, did I seriously underbid that? That's pretty cheap, isn't it? I don't know what that is. Um, I like to bid. I want you to make money. I want you to be profitable. And if they don't take it, you go to the next one that will. That's how you bid that stuff. Um, that's what's the best way to do it. What is that? $1,000. That's 12 cents a square foot. Yeah, that's way cheap. Now, if you're doing hundreds of thousands of square feet, then you get lower. Then you get down to 20 cents. But you need to be at least 20 to 25 cents a square foot. How high will a 4-gallon 390 with a cap pump and a J-rod shoot? It'll shoot about 30 feet or about 35 feet. You can do a 2.5-story house, no problem. Well, I shouldn't say no problem, but you can do a 2.5-story house, maybe even 3-story. How much money do I need to get started? Well, depends. First thing I'm going to tell you is don't, if you ain't got a lot of money, don't go out and buy all equipment. You need to do marketing, because if you can't get jobs and can't get work, don't matter what your equipment is. I see a lot of people go out and buy a $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 rig, and they can't get work to save their life. So make sure and then they won't spend no money in marketing. If you're going to go out and spend 10 grand on a rig, $15,000 rig, you better be willing to spend $10,000, $15,000 in marketing. So that way you can make sure that you can grow a business. If you don't have that, if I've had a guy on here message me about 2 weeks ago, and had made like almost $3,000 or $4,000 renting equipment, and then now you can go buy equipment and buy more marketing and stuff. There's a pressure washing business here that runs SH mixed through the power washer and then rinses it with water. Have you ever heard of that? Adam's Power Shower. Yeah, I mean, it ain't good for it. It's not going to last long. It's going to burn up because that pump is used to that sodium hypochlorite in there. So it ain't good. Ain't good at all, guys. Bobby and I are going to be doing a training coming up in February 12th and 13th. If you want to go check it out, you can go to pressurewashup.com/in-person training. Bobby, I will teach the first day. It's a hands-on class. It's you actually get the pressure wash. It ain't Jason just showing you, telling you how to do it. It's you actually get the pressure wash. You actually get the surface clean. It ain't just Jason telling you how to do it and showing you how to do it. You get to do it, so that way I can make sure that if you're doing it wrong, I can show you how to do it better. Also, that's the first day, so that's Saturday. Sunday, this will be in Orlando, Florida. So if you want to make a vacation trip out of it, that's a paid business trip. It's a great way to write it off. Sunday I will do my spiel. It's about 3-4 hours long. We'll eat lunch, and then Bobby Walker's going to go over how to grow a business, how to do different things, how he's grown his business, how to answer the phone, how to get 5-star review. Bobby Walker is the king of getting 5-star reviews. Bobby Walker has almost 650 5-star reviews for his business, his pressure washing business. So he is definitely the king of how to get it. And so he will go in depth on how he has gotten those 650 5-star reviews and how it has helped him grow his business by getting those reviews. So go check that out if you want to come to Florida in February. Also, if you want to, you can go to pressurewashhelp.com/free, and you can get 30 days free. I've got some cool stuff coming up. It ain't out yet, but it's coming up for that. Marketing is key. Thank you for answering my question. Marketing is definitely key. Marketing is what grows business. Equipment does not grow a business. I know a lot of people that bought $30,000 rigs and they never made the $30,000 and they sold everything. He does go through a few pumps a year, so I don't know. I started with $1,500, $800 for machine, and the rest in marketing. Marketing. Yes, conference. Adam Power, Missouri, if you want to call him. Hi, nice guy. How much for the in-person? It will be $1,000 a person is what I have it set for. And that will include breakfast both days, and that includes lunch both days. And it might include dinner on Saturday. Maybe. I haven't decided that one yet. So when I do it with Donovan, I usually do dinner. But with Bobby, I don't know if we got the facilities that we can do at dinner. So it will definitely just be Bobby. All your trainings belong to us. But yes, so go check that out. But yes, it will be in January or in February. Bobby Walker has grown a business. His goal was $1 million this year. I think he's going to end up at 850. So, it is what it is. That's why we set goals. That's why we shoot for goals, and we keep growing our business. That's why I tell you all to write goals down, set goals, and get stuff done. So if you want to go check out pressurewashhelp.com/free, you get 30 days free. And I will be having something for Thanksgiving for Black Friday. I haven't put it out yet. I'll probably put it out in the middle of this week, and we'll go from there. Marketing, please listen about this. It is king. Marketing is king, man. I think this is the number one thing that makes businesses fail is not doing this right here. And that doesn't matter if it's pressure washing, Christmas lights, carpet cleaning, any service business, any business. Marketing and communication are the two big things that will grow a business more than anything else. And that is definitely something that is for sure. 2 times a day before you sleep and 1 thing in the morning. Yep. All right. Well, I hope you all have a good night. I appreciate you all for coming out tonight. I really do. I love getting on here, helping you guys grow, change your life, be able to do things for your family, change your family tree. Next thing I want to hit on is remember, take care of your family. Take care of your loved ones, the reason why you're doing this for. Take care of your wife. Take care of your kids. If you don't have a wife, take care of your kids. Don't be, make sure you're in their life. Time with your kids is more important than anything else. Time with your wife is very important also. And so definitely make sure that you are taking the time to grow with your family. I put a thing out and I hit it all the time of time is money. And money, we can make more. Time, we don't make no more. You only get a certain amount of time on this earth. So make sure you spend it with your family and have quality time and, and everything along that. Will you be doing the Voxer program? I'm going to try to come up with something. And I had to get a thumbs down. I love people. I love haters. Jason, have you added content with the last 2 weeks? I haven't had the chance to sit down and log in. I've added the Marketing Mondays is what I've been adding more than anything, which is kind of fitting into each piece. Hope you all have a great one. Everyone be safe. I wish you could have done it at the Speedway in Daytona. That would be cool. All right. Hope you all have a great night, and I'll see you all later.